In the middle of World War II, Allied scientists tried to build an aircraft carrier made of ice, not metal, not steel, ice, reinforced with wood pulp, and for a brief moment, it almost worked. It began in 1942 when German U-boats ruled the Atlantic. Allied ships were being sunk faster than they could be replaced. Convoys carrying vital food, weapons, and soldiers to Britain were being torn apart in the freezing mid-Atlantic, far beyond the range of land-based aircraft. The Allies desperately needed floating air bases to cover that deadly gap, but steel and shipyard resources were already stretched thin. That's when a wild idea surfaced, quite literally from the mind of a British inventor named Geoffrey Pyke. Pyke proposed building massive aircraft carriers out of a new frozen material called pykrete, a mix of ice and sawdust. The sawdust slowed melting and made the ice so strong that bullets barely dented it. The idea reached the top, to Lord Mountbatten, Chief of Combined Operations, who immediately saw its potential. He demonstrated it for Winston Churchill, famously firing a gun at a block of ice during a meeting in Quebec. When the bullet shattered the ice, Mountbatten fired again at a block of pykrete, and the bullet ricocheted, nearly hitting an admiral. Churchill was sold. The project was codenamed Habakkuk, after the biblical line, "Behold ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously." Engineers began building a scale prototype on Patricia Lake in Alberta, Canada, during the winter of 1943. The full-size version was planned to be enormous, nearly 2,000 feet long, weighing 2 million tons, and capable of carrying 150 aircraft. It would be part ship, part iceberg, and part miracle of wartime engineering. But soon reality began to melt the dream. The cost of refrigeration alone would have rivaled that of building a steel ship. The project required vast amounts of wood pulp and constant maintenance in warm waters. By late 1943, as Allied bombers gained long-range capability and the U-boat threat declined, Project Habakkuk quietly froze over, canceled before it ever launched. The prototype on Patricia Lake melted away, leaving behind only rumors and a few bolts of rusted steel. But the story of the ice aircraft carrier remains one of World War II's strangest experiments, a reminder of how desperate times sparked desperate brilliance. For a moment in history, the Allies really believed they could turn ice into armor, and almost did.